I see a lot of people and I hear a lot of buzz that report that came out. I did a video on that. Team Demtrius Andrade said that the WBA is now forcing Lara and Andrade to negotiate. This your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with that real boxing talk. You dig? It's the real thing. Afternoon grind. And basically, quick overview. Andrade, when he beat Jack Colclough, became the regular WBA title holder. There's 2 WBA title holders, at least 2 in each weight class, I believe. Lara was the super, WBA. I think he became the super WBA champion when Floyd Mayweather vacated the 154-pound championship belt. I think he won from Miguel Cotto and moved back down to 147. If you, if you're interested in that part. But I don't believe it. I don't believe anything that Team Demtrius Andrade say. His promoter, I think it's Star and Banner Boxing Promotions, got 2 co-promoters, have no juice in the sport of boxing. They promoted Chris Algieri. I think Ruslan Provodnikov, if I'm remembering right. I mean, they bottom of the totem pole. They have no juice. And like I told you guys, Terrell Goucher and Erislandy Lara had already been agreed upon. Maybe because apparently Team Lara said Andrade priced himself out. Andrade said on Instagram that was a lie. And I believe Team Lara for the simple fact that Andrade has a history of pricing himself out, especially with the Matt Corral situation. He always talking about money. He didn't think he was making enough money versus Jermell Charlo. He pulled out that fight. He was making a career high $500K. So I don't believe shit that Andrade say. He have to show me. I believe when them motherfuckers show up in the ring in the first the bell sound. I don't think Lara has ever ducked anybody in his career from what I remember, or I haven't even had a smidget of duckage, from Lara. I think his duckage watch is 0. I could be wrong, but Andrade has a history of ducking competition, and this looked bad on him because on the simple fact, this motherfucker said that, excuse my French, that the Lara fight was stale. You can go look it up, man. Look it up. It was when he got into it with Jermell Charlo after his fight with Jorge Sebastian Healing on a Mikey Garcia, Adrian Broner undercard. This individual, Demtrius Andrade, said, the Lara fight is stale. It's old. We tried to make it. The fight ain't going to happen. I don't think the fans want to see it. It's old. It's old. I'm done. I'm moving on. I want to move up in weight to 160 pounds, and I want to chase David Lemieux. For whatever reason he want to chase David Lemieux, I don't know. You got to go ask him personally. But, he's the one that don't want to compete. I'm trying to tell you guys, man. I know Erislandy Lara resume after the Canelo fight is baby shit. But at least he's somewhat active. Andrade ain't active, And when he is active, he's a talent. He looked lethargic versus Jack Colclough. And now, what is it? It's March, and now it's a few months later. And this fight, if it's, negotiated and it comes to fruition, it can happen in December, which will be a nice little nightcap to 2017 that look like it's going to be straight fire. He has to take another long layoff. Lara's been pretty much active. He's going to take another long layoff to fight Lara, and then it's going to be excuses flowing, I just don't believe Demtrius Andrade wants to compete versus the best, He's one of those guys, use the analogy, he pulled the iron, he pulled the gun out, but he ain't going to pull the trigger, and that's his reputation in boxing. He's contradicting himself. Just weeks ago, he said he wasn't interested in Lara. The fight was old. The fight was stale. Fuck the fight. I want to move up, and I want to go chase David Lemieux. He just said that shit. Now, all of a sudden, his team is saying, the WBA said we must negotiate with Lara. But you just said you wanted to move up. And the reason why Al Heyman ain't too anxious to make the Andrade fight because he pulled out before. And when you pull out, fights and you have television dates, that's bad business there. You have television dates that's being, held and money that's been spent. And now you got to change the plans. Now you got to cancel the day to find a replacement. And it's bad for TV networks. So TV networks don't want to fuck with Demtrius Andrade, even though he's attached to Showtime. With him pulling out of fights and him talking shit, not being active, he's an afterthought. And not to mention, it took him a long time to move up the totem pole. He fought on Friday Night Fights for like 8 fucking years, didn't he? I know that's an exaggeration, but I just have to believe it to see it, man. That's just me. When they in the ring together in that first bell ring, I believe it when I fucking see it. As far as who I get the edge to in this fight, get an edge to Lara. He's been more active. He beat Andrade in the amateurs, which doesn't really matter here. But I just get a edge to our Lara. You know, I'm not real too keen on Boo Boo feet. Look like he got a size 15. I think Lara can do some things. I'm not a big fan of Lara. Y'all know that. I think I wouldn't care to see him fight again. He's very boring, but I think Andrade can bring the best out of him. But if Andrade's, you know, prime and ready, I think he can get Lara. It's a good 50-50 fight.